I'm now with Cody and Andrew, who are with the short film right? Separation. Why don't you tell us what the film's about?
So I'm the writer-director, and this film is about 15 minutes long. It's about a mother and a father and a daughter, and they're recently divorcing, the mother and the father. And the film is from the daughter's perspective. She's about 8 years old, 9 years old, and she's having difficulties coping with this whole situation. And she has a very interesting method of coping. She's got a wildly active imagination, and she plays with dolls that she really likes and things like that. And the dolls start to come alive as real people. We see them as real people helping her through this, the real human behind the dolls, and played by real actors, and sometimes they're actors, sometimes they're dolls. So it's about how both of the parents relate to this interesting way of thinking.
How did this idea come to you?
Well, it's a bunch of things. It's first, it's not a personal thing on this kind of level. It's my parents have been happily married my whole life. They're very happy, I promise. I think it's an empathy thing. I have so many amazing stories of friends and family and things like this, telling me about these really emotional, amazing stories, and it's so common, these kind of things in families, and it's so seldom talked about. And so that interests me as a filmmaker, as an artist. I wanted to tell a story about it.
And now it's your first time being on a film set and being in film. What was your take of the whole script, the whole process of everything?
I loved it. And one of the things that I loved about doing film, because what I've done before is stuff for stage, was the ability to create a whole world. Because with stage, you only see it from one angle, so you have to play to sort of every audience member. You see able to see everything from one spot, but being able to create a world for people to play in. And I think it was really good for me to have the first film I was really working on heavily be with a young actress, because a lot of actors, what acting is playing the way that children play.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give all the actors things they could interact with, the fact that she had dolls, the fact that she had, even a tea party with cookies, things like that, ways that she could interact with the world around her to help ground her in, the acting and in the character and the role she was playing.
What would you say your maybe a three-step process? It's probably not three-step, there are probably so many things, but a basic three-step process of creating a character.
Well, I would say that first is inspiration. There's got to be something that it's inspiring you, the idea itself. And first, of course, it was an idea. It was simply an idea of a girl running away and relying on her dolls to take care of her. And then I built a story around that. So that inspiration, and then, of course, the execution of that idea. So really writing the treatment of the script, the short story, if you will, of the script, everything visual, and then fine-tuning the details at the very end to make a fully resonating script, a fully resonating story with the dialogue. So those three stages, I would say, were the building point of the story. Very difficult, each one of them in their own way.